What was there inside this 4,500-year-old pyramid, which is 480 feet high from the ground? Just to see it, the researchers sent a robot and a camera inside the pyramid. The robotic camera stopped at a place because there was a slab of stone in front of it. The researchers believe that there must be some secret hidden behind this slab, which has been buried for the last 4,500 years. They had to know this secret at any cost, so they installed a drill machine in front of the robot, which made a hole in that slab. Now a camera was sent inside this hole, which saw a scene beyond the slab that no one had seen in the last 4,500 years. When the videos once again showed happiness, there are a total of 138 3-foot-tall pyramids in Egypt which have faced dozens of earthquakes and many dangerous storms in the last thousands of years. But it is difficult for even one of them to move from one place to another. The tallest and largest pyramid is made of the Great Pyramid of Giza, and the base area of its pyramid is 31 acres, which means that surprisingly not 1 or 2 but 9 football field stones can fit inside this pyramid. According to the calculation, a total of 100,000 big stones were used in it, out of which many stones weighed 50 tons. But if we estimate its total weight, then the weight of the pyramid is 600,000 tons, which is equal to the weight of 12 Burj Khalifa. But what was the purpose of making such tall and luxurious pyramids? Thousands of years ago, when humans did not even have any tools, how were the walls of these pyramids leveled inch by inch? How were 50-ton stones cut into square shapes and transported to 480 feet without any effort? And what kind of engineers were used to make them? It was the hand of the architect who made these pyramids earthquake-proof and also set all their sides at an angle of exactly 51.5 degrees. You will be able to know all this in today's video. So let's start challenge number 1. For many centuries, different research teams were sitting together to learn the construction technique of this pyramid. How each side of this pyramid was set exactly on north, south, east, and west without a compass. Many experts believe that the architect at that time must have first searched for land that could bear the weight of stones weighing millions of tons. After that, with the help of the stars, which are known as the poles of the earth, each side of the pyramid was marked. Neither any compass nor any optical instrument was used with just this basic technique. Thousands of years ago, a question was set in this festival, and that too with lions. Challenge number 2. The next challenge was land. If the level of the 13-acre land on which this pyramid was to be made was even slightly out, then it would not have been possible for this mountain of 2,300,000 papers to stand. Now, to level this land, the engineers of that time neither had a laser leveler nor a force. One expert believes that water would have been poured on all 4 sides of the construction site by standing in it, and then the level of water on one side would have been matched with the level of water on the other side. The part of the land that did not match the water level would have been leveled by cutting it with the help of chisels and hammers. Many experts believe that instant education also used this simple tool, which has wood on both sides and a stone tied with a rope at its center. If the stone touches it and its receipt comes exactly on the center line, then it means that the land of 20 acres is perfectly level. Challenge number 3. Now on the paramedical traction side, directions were set and marking was done, and the level of the land was also set. Now it was time to start the construction, for which big stones weighing hundred thousands of tons were requested. But neither were these stones available for cutting nor there. They did not have grinders, and neither did they have checkers, but still they cut stones weighing 50 tons and gave them square or rectangular shapes, but with whose help? Yes, this is the only plant with the help of which the stones were cut. Experts believe that the sugar used for the construction of the pyramid was not made of copper only, because they also knew that copper is soft and cannot cut stones. Therefore, a chemical in silica was also included in it. This sugar made of copper and silica was hammered on the stones with wooden hammers, and after many hours of hard work, big stones were brought into shape. Challenge number 4. Now this special type of stone, which is called limestone today, was being cut in the city of Dora, 250 kilometers away from Pyramid Construction Side Pizza. Now the issue was to transport the stone. Each stone weighed 50 tons, i.e. 50,000 kilograms. The weight of the stone was equal to 100 kilograms, which is almost equal to the weight of 3 passenger buses, and there were many lots of such stones. To transport such a huge weight, neither animals could be used in those times, nor did they have trees. So, if this work has to be done in the present times, then the transport company will get a good top 5. Surprisingly, this work was done by boats and boats. Yes, the river between Tora and Visa was used, and the stones were loaded in big boats and transported to the destination. Experts believe that this work was not so easy. At least an army of 500 workers would have been engaged at the same time for loading and unloading such a big stone in the ships. Challenge number 5. The team of experts who were doing research on the construction of the Spirit had now got answers to many of their questions, but one thing was bothering them all the time. The limestone was cut and transported, and during construction, it started falling on you. The issue was how the stones were transported to such a height. Many experts believe that this was planned before the construction permit. Either they would have gone up through a spiral track or through a zigzag method, but it is certain that the 50,000 kilogram stones would have been pulled up with the help of an army of workers. Challenge number 6. It was not just about lots of workers cutting limestone with chisels and hammers and transporting such huge stones. Inside this pyramid, compartments, a way to go inside them, and many small tunnels were also made. Everything else is fine, but one thing surprised the experts, and that was that the stone used in the inner compartment was not limestone but granite. Yes, granite is such a stone, which is considered to be the hardest stone in the world after diamond. Even in Google's Motorola era, granite cannot be cut without the help of big grinders. Many archaeological experts from all over the world were made to visit the place, but no one could find a clue as to how 4,500 years ago the Egyptians had cut a solid stone like granite so cleanly. Finally, after many years, the experts solved this mystery as well. They had cut the granite so cleanly with a saw which had no teeth. Yes, by putting weight on both sides of the saw without teeth, it was used on granite, and gravel was put in the middle. Experts believe that it took 4 months to cut such a big stone in this way. What was the purpose of making the remedy? How many workers used to work at the same time in making these stones? And when the robotic camera caught sight of the flood of stones inside the vat, what scene was seen inside it? No one had seen this in the last 4,500 years. Thank you very much for your loving comments and likes. We will see you in the next wonderful chapter of the video.